In the previous episode, Goldgrind reached level 80 and obtained his first bis item, chosen by you in the last vote. It cost a total of 23 coins, 13 bought for 42,000 gold, plus 10 coins from a minimum donation, since Warmane trade is only available to premium accounts. Now the real grind begins. At the start of episode 9, you'll see an overview of current Warmane trade prices, showing roughly how much each coin is worth. Around 3k gold per coin at the time of recording. With that in mind, let's begin the episode. Before each day of grinding, Goldgrind will always complete 2 daily quests, the fishing daily and the cooking daily. These are essential, since both secondary professions still need to be leveled in order to actually generate any gold. Most of the important cooking recipes are purchased with Dalaran cooking awards, which means a lot of daily quests will be required before cooking is fully unlocked. Goldgrind will cover this process in much more detail in future episodes, but for now we'll keep things simple and focus on the grind. Since Goldgrind started his northern journey by questing only in Borean Tundra, it made sense to finish the zone completely and complete all 130 quests required for the achievement. Questing can be a gold making method on Warmane Icecrown, but at max level it's not particularly profitable. Most of these quests were already light green or grey, which means very little bonus gold at level 80. On average, each quest rewarded around 20 gold, which is quite low. For comparison, a single titanium or adder stonk herb is worth more than double that. So let's say during this whole series, Goldgrind will do some quests in Northrend, but only for fun and achievements. At the end, Goldgrind completed every remaining quest in Borean Tundra and earned another achievement. One more zone fully finished. In the last episode, Goldgrind unlocked the option to create an alt for faster gold making. You decided that the alt should be bound to the same account, so it was finally time to create a new character. To save time and minimize leveling, Goldgrind chose a Death Knight as his first alt. Starting at level 55 is extremely time efficient, so it just made sense to take advantage of it. Maybe all future alts should be Death Knights as well. Let me know what you think about that idea in the comments below. The hardest part for me was actually coming up with a name for this alt. I wanted something related to the series name, Goldgrind, but not too obvious. So I had an idea. Let's see what kind of anagram I could make out of name Goldgrind that would sound funny enough and maybe even confusing. And that's how Gringodld was born. Most people probably won't even realize it's a Goldgrind alt. In a way, the name represents Goldgrind as well, trying my best to speak English with a Balkan accent. So it was time to complete all the class quests in the Death Knight starting zone to unlock talents. 3 bags, a skip straight to level 55, don't judge me for taking shortcuts. From a gold making perspective, this was simply the best option, and probably better for you as well, since watching another full leveling journey from 1 to 80 is something we've all seen countless times. The best part is that this character won't even go to level 80. There's no need. Gringodld only needs to reach level 68 to access Northrend if he wants. The entire leveling process took around 2 additional hours, making it fast, efficient, and perfect for its role as gold making alt. Nothing else, just a character with one goal: help Goldgrind Buy Beast items from Warmane store faster. Goldgrind already sent 5000 gold to Gringodld DLD to help him unlock flying and level up his professions faster. Throughout the video you can see the total gold across all characters displayed at the top of the screen. A very useful feature when every character you have is dedicated purely to making gold. Add-on is called Titan Panel. Link is in the description of the video. This alt will focus on Alchemy and Inscription. Both professions rely heavily on herbs, so keeping them on the same character makes the entire process more efficient and easier to manage. Time to speed up profession leveling. The fastest way to level any profession is simple. Buy the materials directly from the auction house. Alchemy comes first. I followed a guide from the Warmane forum and bought all the required materials listed there. You'll find the link in the video description. One small tip: always buy 5 extra herbs of each type. That way, if you get unlucky with skill ups, you won't have to run back to the auction house. And that's exactly what Gringodld DLD did. Around 2000 gold later, Alchemy reached to skill around 430. No need to go higher for now, because the next step was unlocking the Alchemy specialization. In Zangramarsh, there's a quest chain that requires a few potions, which can also be bought from the auction house, and a boss quest item inside the Botanica dungeon. Luckily, Gringodld DLD just queued specifically for that dungeon, and about 30 minutes later the quest was done. With the specialization unlocked, the real gold making begins. Thanks to potion mastery, each craft can proc 2x, 3x, 4x or even 5x potions. Some potions are already slightly profitable without specialization, but with these extra procs, the profit margins become significantly better. Next up was Inscription. Honestly, one of the easiest profession to level. All you really need are inks from the auction house and parchments from the inscription vendor. The only downside is that lower level inks are often either unavailable or much more expensive than Ink of the Sea. Why Ink of the Sea, you wonder? Because in Dalaran there's a vendor who allows you to trade Ink of the Sea for almost any other ink you need. That's what makes Inscription so easy to level. Always compare the prices. If Ink of the Sea is cheaper, just buy it and convert it at the vendor. With both professions ready, Gringodld DLD was finally set up to start making gold. The plan was simple: invest every available gold across the entire account into herbs. Icecrown was used to craft indestructible potion with potion mastery procs for extra value. For Potion of Speed, however, Gringodld DLD still needs to unlock the recipe through alchemy research. After 4 researchers so far, it still hasn't appeared, so that will likely come in a future episode. There are other profitable potions as well, but for now we'll keep things simple and focus on the basics. The cheaper herbs were milled into inks. Those inks were turned then into scrolls, vellums, stamina buffs, and any leftover stacks were listed as raw materials so other players could level their inscription as well. The more gold you invest into buying herbs, the larger your stock of consumables and inscription materials becomes on the auction house. During the first few days, your total gold balance will probably stay roughly the same. That's because you're not increasing your gold stash, you're increasing your inventory. You're building value in items instead of raw gold. To boost the available gold for even more herb investments, Goldgrind stepped in. He farmed in the 3 hottest northern zones for herbs and ores: Storm Peaks, Icecrown and Sholazar Basin. All 3 are heavily contested. You'll deal with fully geared PvP players and even more bots competing for every node. It takes effort and focus to make solid gold there. Still, after around 3 hours of farming, you can expect roughly 10,000 gold worth of materials in your bags. Sometimes a bit more, but usually a bit less than that. Depends on the luck. The cheaper herbs and Icecrown were sent directly to Gringodld DLD to fuel his crafting operation, while everything else was listed on the auction house. Once those materials sold, the gold was reinvested into even more herbs, expanding Gringodld DLD's inventory and scaling the entire gold making cycle. And that's basically it. On average, I play around 2 to 3 hours, max 4 hours per day for maybe a week. Some days there were less cheap herbs on auction house, so Goldgrind had to push more with farming. Some days Gringo had a blast and bought almost all herbs from the auction house and spent hours just milling and creating inks for inscription scrolls, vellums, etc. Priority was Gringo, because he had to come online for at least 5 times per day just to repost all auctions. After everything was done with inscription and alchemy, then it was time for Goldgrind to work on his farming along with getting bis fishing rod for future gold making methods. In general, it was farming with a deadline because gold squish was on horizon and gold per coin ratio was going up by, believe it or not, by each hour. At the end of this farming frenzy, almost 100k gold in total was collected, and 2 trades need to be sold for the next bis item, which was second trinket, Sharpened Twilight Scale. Almost 95k gold was put on Warmane trade for 2 separate trades. Both sold within 5 hours. I always check for best offer, then put some extra gold on top, and they always sell fast. To conclude episode 9, trinket was bought from Warmane store, received in mailbox, and 2 bis items acquired. For the next bis item you decide again, so check Discord and cast your vote. In the following footage you can see TSM history of everything sold from Goldgrind and from Gringodld DLD, to show you that everything is legit and no shenanigans were done. In the next episode Goldgrind is able to create another alt, so please tell me in the comments if it's okay with you that will be another DK to skip leveling, or I should have all different classes at the very end of this challenge. Vote for that is also in the Discord channel. Also write in the comment section below how should I name my next gold farming alt. Before I end this video, just a huge thanks to all of you watching, commenting, liking this type of content. Last episode was probably the most whispers in game I ever had in my WoW playtime. Many of you with various questions, some just wanting to say hi, some wanna talk with me each day, and even some want to pay gold to show their name in the videos. You guys are the reason I am making this, so from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Lastly to say, consider subscribe. It's only 1 click and totally free for you. Check for additional links on YouTube channel page if you wanna contribute more to this channel, and see you in the next episode.